Progress. Okay, cool. So, Tony, what did you come to me for? What did you need the PainFree Method for?
Oh, right, yeah. Breathing problems and stress and just, yeah, pain, yeah, just general pain.
And what level of pain were you in? Like 10 is terrible and 0 is nothing. What number would you put on that, or description would you level were you?
Yeah, gets up to a good 7 or an 8 on some days. Really, really quite debilitating. You know, not really able to do much. Pain that spreads up through the body, right through the core, so it drains the core strength really. So yeah, it's very tiring.
Okay, and how long have you been experiencing that kind of pain?
Oh yeah, well over a decade now. Yeah.
Over a decade. And how does it affect you? You said debilitating. What does it stop you doing? How does it affect your life?
Yeah, I'd get really tired as the day progresses, so I've got to rush around and get everything done early and really plan things out so that I can beat the pain that way, sort of. Yeah, I'm racing it through the day, actually, you know, trying to get things done before it slows me down. Yeah.
Wow. So what would you, so when is it, does that mean that like when you woke up then you're in pain and then you try to get everything done, and then does it, do you feel the pain as soon as you wake up and it's there, or what?
Not very often, no. Once I wake up, everything feels fine. It's just usually within a few hours. Depends on other stress as well. External stress would speed things up. You know, the pain sort of takes over quicker if I'm stressed out by things. You know, so standing a lot would, you know, so I'm having to sit down more and more as the day goes on. You know, and take breaks. You know, get along to a certain step, then have to sit down, you know. And breathing, when breathing becomes a problem, that's hard when I'm cooking. The heat, smoke from cooking, you know, oil starts smoking, that's it. I'm sitting down for most of the job, you know, so which is quite stressful when you're dealing with iron pans that are going to sit there and rust when you leave them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this pain, it sounds like it's variable, varying degrees of levels, and comes and goes depending on stress, depending on what you're doing, and depending on the day.
Yes, I'd say so. Yes, yeah.
And then it affects, you know, how you got to sit down with your cooking, and then you got to stand up. Or when you're standing, did you say it was more?
Yeah, when I'm standing, it's a problem. You know. Yeah, I've just got to sit down and try and relax that way, really, and relax a little bit, and then get back, do a little bit more work, wait until the pain comes back, and then sit down again. So yeah.
So it's kind of hand in hand in your day.
Yes, yeah.
Is that most days or just occasional?
No, that was every single day.
Every single day, around about 7, variable sensation, but could be a 7.
Yeah. It could be as high as 7, never lower than a 3 or a 4. Yeah.
And what sort of things did you try to help yourself before? How did you help yourself before?
Is it I don't know the descriptions for the words. Is it topical treatments, pain, anti-inflammatories, drinking loads of herbal teas, anti-inflammatories. You know, and you've got to be careful there because a lot of them make you quite drowsy, you know, just like pharmaceutical drugs. Herbal remedies have side effects as well, you know. Using chamomile, linden, and valeria in particular makes you very drowsy. So if ever anybody's having trouble sleeping, I recommend valerian and knock you right out.
Absolutely, it's really good one. So it sounds like you're mostly natural ways.
Yes, only that. And I do sort of meditate, but that was mostly just faith to overcome mental pressure, external pressure from the world. You know, it's just I've been using that as a remedy. I never thought to conquer pain with it. That didn't occur to me. So it's verging on praying. You know, I call it meditating, but it's sort of,
it's faith and praying and kind of putting you into that praying faithful state.
Yes.
And it's helped you.
Yes. That didn't help quite as much on its own. I needed to get your method into the meditation. Yeah. And it's just like a computer. You need the right input and you get the right output.
I love that. Absolutely. For anything, isn't it? The right recipe for the right outcome and everything.
Yes. Yes.
And but so you tried you've been using all these natural methods and the meditating and but it's been going on for 10 years. Yes. So, and then you've had side effects from some of these things as well, like valerian.
Oh yes.
So it hasn't gone in 10 years, you still got it. And then, so you tried the PainFree method. We did a session together. And what was it like?
Immediate results, even on the just the tester session. I turned up to the tester session and had a little pain in the back. It was mostly from bad posture. He straightens up, and yeah, so dealing with that. That's the only pain I could bring to the meeting, because I hadn't been up long. So yeah, just tried that, and that was gone. And that was a level sort of 3 pain in the back, just a niggling annoyance sort of thing, just takes up space in your mind when you're trying to do other things. These things get in the way and they'll make you feel less able to do things, but yeah. So
wonderful. So even the taster session was 3 to then your shoulder pain was gone in the taster session, wasn't it?
Yes, just disappeared.
Wonderful. Yeah. And then immediate pain relief on the session we did one-on-one together.
Yeah.
And what were your anticipations? What did you have any skepticism? What did you think we were going to do together? Or did you think it was going to go immediately, or what were your thoughts before we started? Or before the taster even?
Yeah, my partner had met you at the Sun and the Moon Festival. So she'd written down quite a few notes. So I had a fairly good idea of what the session would involve. And that sort of reassured me that it was okay for me. It was
the right kind of healing, right kind of style and stuff.
Yes. I was, so the only thing I was skeptical about was too much of what I call compliance and conformity meditation. Like, I'm a bit wary of like the Kundalini sort of approach to things, but this wasn't any of that. This was just within me. So if it's within me, I'm not really too keen on bringing energies in from outside. I'm very wary of that. So, but yes, this is just dealing with what's within. So I like that.
That sort of satisfied you, that ticked a box for you, that it was stuff from within you, not truly like
natural. Okay. Yeah, that's what I call truly natural,
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Wonderful. Yes, we're connected to the earth. That's quite, that's enough for me. But yes, I'm a bit wary of too much of the Eastern ways, too many of those. So this method wasn't that specifically. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Wonderful. And what was it like doing the session together? What was that like for you?
No, yes, that was easier as well, because you're just so easy to talk to, and talking to you, it just brings out stuff that I don't know whether the mind just works too fast when we're thinking. I think maybe that's what it is. When we're just thinking things through for ourselves, the mind works too fast to really catch on to any good ideas. And then to have a conversation with somebody slows it down and gives you a chance to soak in the ideas. You know, I think that's it. And with you as well, yeah, that's it. You picked up on the thoughts that I have that are actually detrimental to my recovery.
I remember.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just, yeah, my own mind was part of the problem, and you help with that. Yeah.
Cool. And just want to butt in here. There's nothing wrong with your mind. Your mind's obviously brilliant and very, very able, but we have to use our minds in the right way to get the results we want, healing results we want. So it was just a bit of tweaking needed, wasn't it? Like realization or something, I guess. And highlighting what you were doing was, as you say, detrimental to your healing.
Yeah. I was keeping the pain, as it were. Yeah.
We don't even realize, do we?
No, just sort of holding on to it. It's just right there, and just the words we use, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Perfect. And so what results did you get? What happened for you?
No, it was amazing. It's been an amazing week since. I've got so much done. Just happier. Like I say, I've had, the one-off day, but it's just I didn't have a chance. It's only been a week, so that's what I was telling myself. It's only been a week, I'm telling my body all the right things now. It's just takes a little while for it to learn, and from experience that everything's okay now. So yes, if I have a day when I don't get to bring to mind what we went through, the pain will creep back in again, but just a few minutes, just get the PainFree method into mind and just sit there for a few minutes, and just happens again. Just feel it dissipate, the pain just disappears. It's brilliant.
Wonderful, and that's the whole point of it, isn't it? And it comes back because the reason that your body's doing it is there's more story in there, and then you know what to do now for the actions to take to have that. And some people say to me, they say to me that they almost wish their pain to come back so they can reconnect with it again, because another layer needs clearing, another piece needs clearing.
Well, some of the layers are hidden as well, because most of it's connected to painful memories, so the layers remain hidden. So as time goes on, once you've healed, these layers then reveal themselves, and it can be another. It's just like, oh my gosh, there's that as well, and you can very well add that to all the pressure, and also these layers, they've affected decisions I've made, the way certain ways I have about me now are because of that, and I can change these things, if I want. I can keep some of them are good, some of them bad, so I mean, that's something people probably need to be aware of. It's going to open up loads more things that we weren't even aware of at first, and like I say, good things too. Found loads of great music that I just blocked out of my mind because they are attached to how I feel. One of the songs was actually from childhood, and it's telling me, and the song sort of at the time gave me hope that things were going to be better, and after a while they weren't, so I went off the song. That, I don't like that song anymore. It's giving me false hope, so, but now, it's back where it belongs. It's one of my favorites, and it's almost like hearing it now marks the turning point. The way I feel when I hear it, it's almost like looking back, like sad love songs, when you're in love, they all sound great. But when you've had your heart broken, they'll make you feel, a bit sad, and sometimes that's good. Sometimes, we can celebrate. I love a good tragedy, but but too much of it's yeah, too much of it is just too much. So
It affects you, isn't it?
yeah,
So it's wonderful. So you rediscovered the music that you loved as a kid, and that came about through releasing stuff then, through
yeah,
using the method to release the layers that you were holding on to somehow,
yes, definitely, yeah, yeah,
that caused your pain, isn't it?
yeah.
So now that you know how to release that, these nice memories come back,
No,
and you brought that back into your life. That's lovely to hear.
mhm.
And yeah, would you have thought that was going to be possible? Did you have it in mind that that's what was going to happen?
Not really. I don't know what I had in mind as far as healing was concerned. Once I'd spoken to you, I got a better idea of it. And like I say, Billy took a load of notes when she met you at Sun and the Moon. So, but yeah, no, I really, I couldn't have anticipated this good a result. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't have imagined it. I,
Wonderful.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking it's going to be more of pain management, but that's the way pharmaceutical industry has got us thinking. We've got a problem now, so we'll take something for it now. And yeah, you can take the pain-free method. You can exercise the pain-free method when you're ready, but I mean, when you are in pain. But no, it's a more long-term thing, and that is long-term results, curing the problems, not just the symptoms. So that's it. Yeah, maybe that's what I thought at first, was it's symptomatic, and I could do without the symptoms, but it's deeper than that. It's much deeper. It's not just the symptoms. It's great.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tony. So, what would you say to others who are looking at my stuff? They're in pain. They're contemplating working with me or getting the method for themselves. What might you say to others?
Oh, right. Yeah, no, just go for it. Go for it. Some people have just got a healing way about them, and that's you. You just got this. You're easy to talk to. Um, you don't. There's no judgment there. Yeah, I think you're easier to talk to than most doctors. You seem less squeamish about the body than most doctors I've spoken to. And yeah, it's great. I've always found, I mean, a lot of subjects as well, talking to a stranger sometimes can be just what you need, like you get a great relief from chatting to a stranger on a train. You'll talk about things you've never spoken to anybody else about, because so it's definitely worthwhile. Yeah, definitely worthwhile. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks. It was brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's been wonderful to see the shifts and changes in you. And one of the things that always seems to come out when I work with people is you come because you want to get rid of a pain and you get rid of the pain, but it's what comes out of that, which it's been so lovely to watch what happens. Like, reconnected with that music that was from long ago, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
you loved it, and you brought it back into your life now.
Yeah.
And
50 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's, these kind of trickles can happen. These after effects, these positive after effects can happen. And then you when you had your bad day, and then you knew what to do, and now you're back in control. And people say things like, I was back in control of my body and things like that. So putting you back into control of your body doesn't run away with the pain with you. It doesn't have to be like that. So thank you, Tony. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, and I appreciate you sharing what's happened for you. And keep going with it. Keep releasing the layers and being pain free.
Well, thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Rita.